Hi there, Joe Crawford, chatbot copywriter and dialogue designer here. Today, I'm going to be taking you through the basics of adding an NLP or natural language processing model to a chatbot built in the SnatchBot platform. Now, NLP, if you're unfamiliar, is a technology that allows computers to interpret more meaning from text inputs from humans and really see beyond just a collection of letters and numbers to try and understand intent. To be general, the use for chatbots is to somewhat add a human touch and allow the computer to do a lot of the work that traditionally you would have to do yourself. Now, if you're wanting more information on NLP, what it is, and if you should be using it in your chatbot, you can check out the article that I've linked in the description below. Now, getting deeper into what we'll be discussing today, let's go to our SnatchBot dashboard. First, we're going to click along the left-hand side on the NLP section here. Once we arrive here, we'll see the quick name and also custom models and pre-trained models, which are two very different things. Custom models, which we'll touch on in a later video, allows you to build your own NLP model from scratch. That is a little bit more work and a little bit more complicated. So what we're going to start with is a pre-trained model. Now, SnatchBot comes with a large amount of pre-trained NLP models that you can plug directly into an existing or new chatbot and start using right away. You can certainly fine-tune them and work with them to make them fit your bot best, but this gives you a great way to get started if you don't have necessarily the time, skill, or desire to build your own model from scratch. So let's select, once we've selected pre-trained models, get default models from along the right-hand side. And we do want to load these models. They will replace any other model that is currently in place. However, we don't have any right now, so we'll select yes. And the language that we would like will be English. And select get models one more time. And as you can see, it brings up a number of different NLP models. Each one comes with a description, the date, language, as well as establishing whether it is an entity, and allows you to test it and delete it. Now, jumping back, entity and intent are really the two things that drive NLP. Entity is looking for specific words or items that are being discussed, whereas intent is when it tries to essentially pull out what you're looking to get from it. Now, what we're going to be playing with today is the negative words model. Now, this is something you'll definitely want in your chatbot, especially if it's something to do with customer service or purchasing or some use where your users may need to talk to and contact an actual human or a representative for your business. So these are all added in right now, and we'll be able to select them from within our bot. So we'll go back on the left-hand side main menu to My Bots, and in this case, I'm going to select NLPeter, the bot that I built for this purpose. I have 3 existing interactions built right now that you'll see as we go through this tutorial, but the first one is our greeting. And this is where I'm going to be adding the NLP. So we'll select Connections and NLP, and also select the white plus on the blue button here. Now with this, we can select, do we want to use Standard or NLP? Standard would allow you to go back towards a traditional connection, but in this case, we want NLP, which, as you can see, brings up AI connection both here and in the bot structure section of the interaction. Next, we're going to select entity, because as we discussed previously, we're looking for words specifically, not what they mean, but to look for those specific negative words that could trigger the need for a human interaction. So once we select entity, that will bring up another dropdown. We'll select English, and here is a list of all the different models that are now available, brought from SnatchBot. In this case, we want negative words. Now, we have to set it up so that if it does detect a negative word, it needs to go somewhere, like most other connections built within this platform. In this case, we want to go to help because that is the interaction that I've built to take you to a human. So I've also added a fallback here to go to default in case they enter something else that doesn't necessarily match up with the negative criteria that we're looking for. So with that, I'll take you over to the testing area so we can take a look at overall how this functions. So after selecting test this bot, receive a greeting, and let's say I type in the word, or a sentence, sorry, this is terrible. My help response, sorry about that, would you like to speak to a human, is triggered. Now, that is essentially exactly what it's supposed to do. Look for negative words and send you to the specific interaction that you've built to deal with that. Now, just refreshing, let's say this time I don't enter a negative word. I simply write, things are great. What else can I help you with today is the response that's triggered, and that's my default response. Now, that is essentially what we're looking to cover today. You can play around with it yourself and try adding some different models, but this is an excellent one that I would recommend for most bots, as bringing it over and getting in touch with the human is a great way to ensure that you don't lose your users in the middle of a conversation when they get frustrated. So with that, feel free to post any questions in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.